Hello again, everyone. Nick, Michalak, Steve, Frazier.
Hey, hey.
Hitting up Jason Lives Friday the 13th, Part 6 for you guys today.
Yay.
So, guys, it's audio-only commentary, so if you got your own copy of the film, hit the timestamp to 0.
Easy for you to say.
Again. And, okay, hit your timestamp to 0 and hit play now.
I think this Part 6 is highly regarded as everyone's favorite, right?
Very entertaining.
Isn't this everyone's favorite?
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably mine.
It's got the freshest feel to anything. A different take, but also a lot of... Thom McLoughlin puts a lot of love into this film, I think. He's got a lot of fondness for, like, old Gothic horror films and whatnot. You can feel that, like, the whole Frankenstein thing here with the resurrection of Jason and everything.
I mean, okay, the resurrection is really stupid.
Yeah.
Aside from that.
Yeah.
This movie's awesome. I'm really excited right now.
Yeah. And I do have the newer DVD of this, but they changed the color timing on the film. It's all green and murky. I like the original blue look to it. I don't know why they changed it. It's the same way on the Blu-ray.
Oh, Horshack.
Yes. He passed away a while
He did.
ago,
R.I.P.
sometime ago.
Horshack.
Yeah. I got Thom Mathews here, who was actually a roommate of George Clooney's.
Very interesting.
When they're breaking
College?
into everything. Yeah, something like that, yeah. Genre fans already knew Thom from Return of the Living Dead.
Yeah.
Right, a year before this.
See, it's funny because I didn't see Return of the Living Dead until after this.
Oh, yeah, me too.
So I know him as the Jason Lives guy, not the Return of the Living Dead guy.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, I know him as the Horshack guy, not...
Without the fro.
What a great show that was. So now, here we go again with more time elapsing. Because now, this man is like 30.
Mm-hmm. And we're right back in, again, similar situation at the beginning of the previous film. We're in a cemetery. We got guys with shovels going in to dig up Jason. At least this time it's not a dream sequence.
Why would he want to dig him up? And again, where is this cemetery?
Yeah.
Why is he there? His poor mom's on the side of the road still. I feel like I would be Horshack in this scenario.
Yes, you would be. Why are we here in the middle of the night?
There it is. Let's go.
Why have we been on the road for an hour and a half?
Very unsure about the whole thing. Likely the first one to die.
Yes.
Some nice ominous shots here. This is
Yeah.
a much better cemetery than any that we've seen.
Yeah. This was shot down in Georgia, which you were just in the vicinity
I was
of,
just down in Georgia.
down in Atlanta.
Well, that looks a little closer to 6 feet. It's not quite, but...
Not quite, but it's...
I mean, it's much more accurate than in that dream sequence before.
This is more convincing.
There it is. Let's go.
Let's get the hell out of here. Again, it's a contrived idea that he's still so haunted by Jason. I need to go burn his body, dig him up, burn his body, and then again the lightning strike and all that nonsense. But
they did. I mean,
I can't think of any better way for him to resurrect Jason if they're going to do it.
It's so silly.
Yeah, I mean, if he's legitimately dead, you've got to resurrect him somehow. I mean, you gotta go contrive that. There's also a thing, the film doesn't take itself too seriously. That's the good thing. If it was something that took itself deathly earnestly, it'd be a little bit harder.
I mean, that's a great visual right there. Like, holy cow.
Yeah, that's really good stuff there.
And yeah, bugs. I don't do bugs very well. So I don't mind spiders.
Mm.
In general, bugs just creep me out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't... Oh, good lord.
Mm-hmm.
And they really want all out here. There's
the
little roly-polies. There's
makeup work and all this stuff is really, really good.
Now, does Feldman get a payday again for having his audio?
He ought to get residuals at this point. I'm not sure. So a lot of this stuff didn't really kind of roll into like Back to the Future Part 2, where they used Chris McGlover's image in the film but didn't pay him for it.
Right.
I think that's when a lot of the SAG rules started to really kind of address that issue, so I'm not sure. Because obviously with the recaps in these films, they obviously continue to reuse the images of different actors.
Where did he get this big piece of pole?
He just pulled it out from the fence.
The fence is just broke?
This cast iron fence.
Are you kidding me?
Must have really messed you over.
He's not wearing a belt.
He's wearing suspenders.
Oh, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, good catch.
Yeah.
You get a pass.
Yeah.
Suspenders are dumb.
Yeah. This is a nice shot here.
I like this low to the ground kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it makes sense because.
Yeah. Film's really well shot, I think. They put a lot of effort into it. Make it look a little bit more, I don't know, spectacle in a certain way.
Well, look at this.
Yeah, I mean, look at this.
It's like a transformer just blew up.
Yeah, just sparks and all that type of shit. I mean, this thing's really nicely shot. This thing looks really good.
I mean, it's ridiculous as all get out.
Oh, yeah. But you can tell Thom McLoughlin, he's really putting it all into this thing. He really believes in what he's doing in this film and really having a fun time at it. You can tell he's really got a love for the horror genre with this, all this stuff he's doing. And this is all Frankenstein right here.
You're telling me it was easier for him to break the pole off the gate, off the fence than it is to pull out of the dead body?
Yeah. That's great.
Oh, yeah.
That's great. That's creepy.
That is creepy. I mean, this is like classic horror movie monster.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I think this incarnation of Jason is my favorite.
Yeah, it becomes a lot more. I mean, I don't know. It becomes a lot more consistent. But obviously, after this film, you've got like the same guy playing for 4 films. But
and Kane Hodder doesn't really like. As a kid, I always kind of, I associated that name as Jason, but I always thought that he started here, not in the next one.
But most of the films, C.J. Graham, they had a different guy in him first, but they didn't really like his.
I love it.
Oh, I love that. Just rip him the heart right out.
And then he falls in the casket. He's already... Oh, I love it.
Yeah, most of the film is C.J. Graham, but they had another guy first who I don't know if they just didn't like his performance or his build is a little bit off. You can kind of tell in some sequences that the build is really different. This is definitely C.J.
C.J. is awesome.
In this part, yeah. He does this convention circuit quite often.
Like, this is the image of Jason that I think of.
And this
is James Bond.
This is goofy as shit. But
it's so good.
Yeah, you can understand what they're doing. It's like, this is the 6th film.
Yeah.
It's going to be silly.
It's the 80s. It's homage city.
And Jason is kind of the James Bond of horror film icons in a certain way,
Okay.
You always got a
anybody
different
that
guy.
Spells their name Thom.
Yeah.
Is dumb.
It always kind of confused me for a long time. Was it Thom Mathews?
Yeah, it's so... Like, I get it. The Thomas is... I get it.
You want to stand out some way on the casting sheet or something.
Thom.
Yeah, it's just Thom. But you got a Thom playing Tommy now. It's getting meta.
Oh, God.
But yeah, it's like, I mean, every single film, Jason's portrayed by a different guy up to this point. It's kind of like James Bond.
Sure.
You can't fault him for it, really, you know.
Bruce Green, I believe, is the same guy.
Editor on the last one.
On the last one, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Which is interesting because this one feels so much different.
Yeah, the editing is much different in this film. It flows a lot better.
I guess I didn't realize he wrote it and directed it.
Yeah, wrote and direct.
Huh. I mean, this is Jason.
Yeah. And look at that atmosphere, you know? Nice wide shots, getting a lot of production value going.
And where the fuck is Forest Green?
See, Forest Green, they renamed Crystal Lake
that's right.
Forest Green to try and disassociate themselves from the legacy. He's great in the film, too, David Kagen. He's the sheriff, man. The entire cast in this film is really fantastic, really. We'll get more into it later, but...
And it actually starts off pretty good here with the, you know, he's telling him that Jason just killed him and Jason's dead.
For once, someone in these films goes to the fucking cops saying, what the fuck is going on?
Right. And naturally the cops don't believe them.
Of course, now the entire thing's completely ridiculous because the dead body just got reanimated in the cemetery. What are you smoking, cow? I mean, you can tell this film just has so much more polish to how it looks and feels.
It feels like a professional film.
Yeah, this feels like it is taking use of whatever budget they gave it. And a guy behind it has got a real drive to do something more with it.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
They changed the name.
Which only sticks for one film. They don't continue the Forest Green thing.
You're right. In the next one, it's back to Crystal Lake.
Yeah.
God,
at least more or less. I don't know if they actually exactly say it, but they don't reference it either one way or another.
I like that.
In part 8, they do over when the disc jockey's on the radio, it does mention Crystal Lake, but so this is only for this one film. I don't know why they didn't. I don't know why.
Well, again, you have to look at each one as
its own thing,
existing at the time that it existed,
disjointed from continuity or something. In a
right,
way.
because at this point we didn't know that there would be a 7 and an 8 and a 9 and a 10 and an 11.
Mm-hmm.
This is, despite the fact that these two actually have no story.
Yeah,
it is kind of a nice little misdirection that maybe these are going to be your character, like your main characters.
Yeah. It's kind of a nice little thing. It's like someone in a horror film actually referenced that horror films exist in this universe.
Didn't they just drive there?
Yeah.
Into the gully?
We're gonna scare him. Yeah.
Huh.
Get out of our way.
You played chicken and you lost? You're in the car! Run him over.
Well, it is a Volkswagen Beetle. No one's scared of a Volkswagen Beetle.
Yeah, I guess you're right. You're right. Out of the glove box, you dumb bitch!
Ain't dirty hair.
Another pop culture reference.
Yeah.
So
the film's very sharp with its humor. I like that. The film uses humor, but it doesn't ever really feel cheesy in a certain way. It feels it's self-aware of what it is, and that's what I kind of like about it. But it's not self-aware to the point of ad nauseum.
I like that he just pole vaulted him right through the penis. gives new meaning to the word pole vault. What is he? He's using the piece of cemetery fence
I think so.
that was stuck in him.
Yeah, probably.
I love that she offers him money.
Money.
Well, Jason probably has no concept of what money is.
Probably not, really.
He's never had to deal with commerce.
No.
He's lived in the woods his whole life. Great visual there.
Amex, yeah.
Great visual. Yeah, would Jason even know what
Or a
$20
credit card
bills?
is?
Yeah.
Or a credit card, yeah. I mean, he died more or less in the 50s.
Right.
It's been out of civilization since the 50s, so I don't know.
Here's our new cast of characters.
Talk about a beautiful woman.
Him?
No, not him.
Oh.
Megan. Her blonde for the film.
Some great 80s hairdos.
This is probably the most 80s film of the whole franchise.
Oh, it's
Other
so
ones
beautiful,
have had elements,
and-
but this one just like all the way in.
And you're right. That Megan is
Yeah.
whew, smoking hot.
Oh yeah, baby.
Ha! The Camp Blood that you live in? Great story, too, with the sheriff's daughter.
Yeah. The characters are just vibrant in the film.
Poor Thom. Locked up.
Like I said, he's good. He's really good in this
He's
film.
great, the
Yeah.
sheriff.
It's like fucking badass in a certain way, man. You ain't gonna take no fucking shit, man. I mean, it's fine, and it's also like finally that there's a cop in a film that's not a fucking idiot.
Yeah, he's very authoritative.
Sort of like John Saxon or whatnot, but I mean,
Yeah.
most of the times they're kind of bumbling idiots or whatnot.
Now that is a great look.
Yeah, there you go. Damn it, high school grad.
This is awesome.
Yeah, he's wonderful. Stick him in all the way. And a little self-aware humor coming up here.
Makes sense because... So here he broke the fourth wall?
A little bit. Maybe a tad bit there.
Now this looks like the first one.
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, obviously it's not the same
Yeah.
place, but this is much more the essence of the
Yeah.
original Camp Crystal Lake. Not, Higgins Haven or
Yeah.
wherever the hell else
The
they...
Jarvis family was, wherever that was. Yeah. Rental houses.
Look at that popcorn. Holy cow.
Oddly enough, we have the volume down and whatnot, but actually, He's Back is playing in the background of this scene as if it's playing on the radio.
Oh, really?
Which is, talk about meta.
Maybe the greatest horror movie soundtrack song of all time.
Oh. Yeah, 'cause as I was telling you earlier, because, for the benefit of our listeners, I do have the Alice Cooper box set that has the extra songs from the film that weren't released on any other album, and they're just fantastic stuff.
It's
Hard
so
Rock
good.
Summer and Teenage Frankenstein was released before, but there's a different mix of He's Back. It's more faithful to the version in the film than on the Constrictor album. So.
Yeah, I went out and bought Constrictor just because of this song.
Yeah. I love that album. It's definitely of its time, but it's really nice.
A lot of it co-written by Desmond Child, who is one of my favorite songwriters of all time. So how great is this? And we've talked about this in other ones.
We actually have kids.
We actually have kids that show up.
Yeah. It's like, fuck you.
Oh, you will, sweetheart.
Oh, yeah.
You'll get your shot.
We're going to get a little goofy here for a few minutes.
Yeah, but that's all right.
With these fellas.
They're having a good time. We're having a good time. They never really explain who these people are.
Yeah, they're just like on a company...
Corporate outing.
Corporate outing, yeah. Well, the guy's name is Roy.
And the other one's Larry.
Roy and Larry.
Such great blue-collar names. Like, I imagine these people are accountants. How did you not see him?
How did you not see the giant guy with the hockey mask standing in there?
Come on.
It's not like there's heavy shrubbery. They definitely shot this in like October or some shit. There's nothing on the trees.
That guy on the left looks familiar to me.
Mm.
Gotcha. You ever done paintball?
No.
Me either.
No.
It doesn't really seem like...
Yeah.
Well, first of all, it looks like it hurts.
Yeah.
But I know people are really into this thing.
Yeah, they got all kinds of gear and everything. They're like freaking weekend commandos or some shit. That's
now there's
that's
a
on
machete.
the nose. Yeah, that's nice and shiny.
This is like
Vic from the last
Vic
one. Yeah.
reincarnated. Yeah.
Rule of threes there.
Love it.
Oh.
That has always made me laugh. This also. He ripped the arm completely off.
That's nice.
It's so good. It's a great Ford truck too. I don't know what I'm not a car guru.
Well,
I don't know what year that is, but
similar to the truck that was in the previous film too, that broke down on the side of the road for her.
yeah, this one's definitely more old school though. This is like a
I think they're both Fords.
50s or 60s.
Yeah.
Look at this dork. It's like Jameson.
The bushwhackers and everything.
Yeah. Tell me that's not Jameson.
The WWF reference for you early 90s fellas. Oh.
What is he doing? Oh. He's even the kind of guy that says darn.
Golly gee whiz.
This whole scene is pretty ridiculous. The whole idea that these folks are just out in the woods playing around. But whatever. It's so much fun. And it looks really well shot.
Little steady cam work, whatnot.
I love the headbands that say dead.
Yeah.
Oh! One shot. Got all three of them. This is hilarious. I love that he stops and looks down.
What do you think about the blacked out eyes for the undead Jason?
I don't know if I ever really
mesh over the eye holes.
I never really paid that much attention to it. I know that in the coffin, his eye opened, and you could see his baby blues. And I feel like in other shots, in close-ups, they show his eyes again later, so that's weird.
Yeah.
He's gonna do the old "I'll show you." The noise and cherries.
The film's got some nice action beats to it too. It's just gives you kind of everything. Nice car chase later on.
It's very well produced.
Yeah.
And like I said, this is a great cemetery.
Yeah. A lot of people have gone and hunted out these locations, and they still look exactly as they were back then.
I imagine they do, yeah. Look at this, a beautiful cemetery.
Yeah. There's wide shots on a crane or something there.
You said this is in Georgia?
Georgia.
Somewhere?
Yeah. I don't know the name of the actual town.
Be interesting to see if like Sean Clark could come up with a Horror's Hallowed Grounds for one of these. I mean, I feel like I think he did one on the original Friday the 13th. That's funny. Pulled the dirt back over. The red dot. Kablammy, or is it Kablooey? Kablammy? I forget. Oh, ya bang?
Yeah, so they shot in Covington, Georgia, which is apparently close to Atlanta then.
Okay.
Could have snapped us some photos.
Well, if I'd have known while I was down there, I would have sought out this great. I frequent cemeteries on my travels.
Ah. It's not as good as Big Dildo.
Oh, Big Dildo is still better.
Yeah.
Oof. Some of those kids. Oh dear. I love Brussels sprouts. Do you like Brussels sprouts?
Never had them.
Oh, you're missing out, dude.
Oh, this is fun. Court. This film still does have the comedy editing to it as the previous film, but I think it's because it flows more naturally from what was written into the screenplay.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of quick cuts that lead to some. It's almost like a match cut to the end of the next end of the joke.
Yeah, it's like set up punchline editing.
Right. That's some unfortunate looking kids there.
Man, he's got such 80s hair.
Oh, he's so good.
He's got the earring going.
He's a very authoritative cop.
Oh, yeah.
He seems overly angry about the whole thing, though.
It's more because he starts kind of putting stuff in his kid's head or whatnot.
I guess.
Head or something.
I guess. I mean, if you look at it, all he ever did was show up and say, hey, my friend was murdered, which you obviously ignored.
Well, then he starts going for the shotguns and everything.
Yeah,
a little bit off the
you're
deep
right.
end with what he's doing. It was like, you gotta cool off, kid.
This guy here has more lines
than
than Shepard had
in the previous
film. Movie. Yeah. That guy's very 80s too.
Oh yeah, a little douchey looking.
This scene never made any sense to me.
No, it seems like something from like a weird commercial from the 80s or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't really make any sense.
No. Go for a romantic wine christening for your engagement in the middle of the woods. It's like, eh.
I think "Where'd the road go" is a great line.
Where'd the road go?
He plays a good drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. So good. He just like crushed it in his hands there. That was good. What are you gonna do, douchebag? Here we begin the first instance of Jason being the leisurely stroller.
Yeah, yeah.
Everybody else running at the as fast as they can go.
Yeah. Dude with his motor scooter. Oh.
Oh, a double shot.
Yeah.
All right. I mean, how great it is! They've got friggin' kids. It's so good.
Yeah.
I mean, it adds an element of scariness.
Yeah.
You know,
an extra layer of tension in there for that. Hamsters.
And hamsters.
Don't kill the hamsters.
I think he might. So, what was it, David Bowie record? Okay, so this is not a real game, obviously.
Yeah.
And when I was a kid, I thought that the idea was so great that I made up my own solitaire game based on this concept. And I did the whole piles and cabins and counselors, and I don't even remember what the rules were, but I remember playing this thing. I was like, I made up the rules based on this movie. Is she wearing slippers?
Yeah, like big fuzzy slippers.
She's not wearing much else.
No. Also, they cast these kids really well too, because you're gonna have some kids in a film that just no good at all.
Are terrible? Yeah.
Just no good at all. They found some gems here. What's Nancy?
Nancy?
It's a prequel. Terrorized by Jason and Freddy as a kid. No. Let's not start that theory.
It's a
Hair
prequel.
color's wrong anyway. But somehow I wouldn't doubt that would have entered Thom McLaughlin's mind to name one of the kids Nancy because of Nightmare.
Because of Nightmare?
I wouldn't.
It's an homage.
I would not doubt it for a second. Oh, this is a fun scene. So now we got an RV.
Yeah.
We've outdone Demon.
And this is an Alice Cooper song, yeah?
No, this is like Animal or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I never really understood this as a kid.
Mm.
Obviously, I knew what they were doing.
Mm-hmm.
She says you got to make it to the end of the song.
It's like there's 7 minutes or something. Left
I don't
on
know
it.
what.
Yeah.
You know, young me doesn't quite understand that.
Yeah.
He makes a face as if that were impossible.
Oh, God damn, yeah.
Now I definitely understand what that means.
This is notable because this is the one Friday the 13th where there's no nudity. They actually approached her to
Be
take-
topless?
Topless, but she refused. And that was like one of the producers asking it, so.
Huh.
Usually you'd write that stuff into their contract or whatnot.
Horace? His name is Horace?
Horace.
What a terrible name.
Yes.
It is very interesting that there's no nudity.
Yeah. It's the only sex scene in the whole film. It reminds me of like someone in Rat or something, you know, with that hairstyle. Like Stephen Piercy or something.
Yeah. What is that limp?
Yeah, that's a little odd. Probably the stand-in or something.
Yeah, this camper definitely belongs more in the trailer park
Yeah.
than Demon's van.
Yeah.
Cobra.
The strong arm of the law. Crime is a disease. Meet the cure. He's still on right around in this shit. Kicking our ass. The same year as Cobra, too, 1986. We're getting all these connections.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not natural.
No. It's also weird that the thing just loses all power because it's not connected to the outlet. It's like, it has a battery.
Right. That guy, Jason. Nobody ever thought about Jason until this Thom came in and brought him up again.
Yeah. See, now they...
battery.
Oh, yeah, there's a battery
Oh.
for it. Silly. Oh, yeah.
That's a little over the top bumping around
Bump.
for this lady.
Put on a gimbal or something, just rock it around a little bit. I'm sure that's exactly what they did. Oh, this is great. I love this. This sequence is so fantastic. Here's some Alice for you. Oh, yeah, man.
I love Alice.
The guitarist Kane Roberts and everything. They got his buff as shit. Very.
What a great visual there.
Yeah.
So many iconic images from this movie. I love this shot.
Yeah. This is great. He knows how to have a fun time.
And he actually looks younger.
Yeah, than a lot of the supposed teenagers in the franchise.
Sneak a peek at her taking a dump? You want to watch her shit?
Oh.
What kind of weird fetish is that?
So good. Oh,
and
that's a fucking stunt.
That's a great stunt. Look at this thing. That's beautiful.
That's fucking awesome.
And then that was great too.
Yeah.
Blowing out the top.
Oh yeah.
And him just standing up here.
Yeah, the wide shot.
He does have
that is awesome looking. Give me a painting of that shit. That's fucking awesome.
Like, that would be a great 8x10 to have CJ sign. She is smoking hot.
Yeah, oh, jeez. They're so good together, too, though. I mean, this banter is great. Feels so authentic. She's driving him crazy. It's the bat phone.
It's the bat phone. That's exactly what I thought.
Commissioner Gordon.
So good. I feel like this guy's been in stuff too.
He seems like I'd see him like a Law and Order or something, you know. Maybe it's just the outfit.
Something about the voice. I feel like he's been in other stuff.
He's doing kind of a New York thing or something.
I like her little boots.
Mm-hmm.
She's just got a great look overall.
Oh, yeah. She's beautiful.
He went book shopping?
Cultism. This is another slightly contrived whole thing. It's one, all he was going off to do was just burn him alive. Burn his corpse. Now he's steeped in occultism and all this other weird shit about resurrection and all this stuff. It's a little odd.
It's also odd that Jason's wearing like a tool belt.
Well, I think he got it off of one of the paintball guys. They were walking around with utility stuff.
Isn't she supposed to be like a camp counselor?
Yeah.
How come she's not supervising the children?
She's going to go off and give her father a hard time. Nice little panning dolly shot thing they got.
Yeah, it's
just
God.
like
It just feels so good.
Much flourish to the film. A lot of stuff would just be a locked off shot and just reverse shot thing. They're just, or they gave him more, whether they gave him more money, or just have someone who just really kind of
knows what they're doing.
Yeah, knows what they're doing and is able to push a little bit more for something more cinematic to punch it up. At least on like the DVD extras I've seen, she looks like she hasn't aged a fucking day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like if you and bear in mind the ones I've seen are like 10 years old, but she still looks beautiful.
Karloff's
20 years later.
Karloff's.
Boris Karloff.
Another shout out.
Yeah.
That one's a really obvious one.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, what have we here?
It's a casual stroll in the evening.
Yeah.
Moonlight walk down the shoreline. Like more cops than you've ever seen in this town in the entire franchise put together.
Yeah, look at them all. Oh, that was the VW Bug.
It took them long enough to find them. That's weird that the people we killed early on, the people we killed like a night later, are all like within like 50 yards of each other. They just found the people in the VW Bug. Now they're finding the paintball guys.
Right.
There we go. Finally have another film that actually, in the franchise, that takes place on a Friday the 13th.
It's his birthday. Men at Play.
Hello.
Is this a nudie magazine?
Look at them slippers she's got on.
She's also wearing suspenders. Very strange. Some weird pajamas. She's...
Lots of floral going on here.
Yeah, in the 80s, that floral patterns were just...
Lemon lime bruise. Never heard of that.
Great shots of creating tension there, too. Like, you're waiting for something to pop up behind her.
Yeah, and then you show the open door and everything. It's a little interesting that Manfredini's score kind of changes a little bit with this film. I think he's using more synthesizers now, so it sounds a little bit different. It's not as heavy on the strings.
Wow.
It sounds a little bit more synthesizer and more like horns or whatnot.
And he turned her head all the way around.
Try not to wake the kids. He didn't have the mesh in his eyes on that one. Hot car for a hot lady.
Huh. Hide the heap.
Yeah. Man, she doesn't just look hot. She just has that attitude
Aura,
and everything.
yeah.
Yeah, she has that attitude or whatnot. It's just so confident.
So good.
Oh, that's so.
She doesn't even have a head.
And then the one kid.
Nancy. Yes?
Speaking.
The double question mark? That's not a real sign.
No, no. There's Hard Rock Summer. Hello. This was the one song that wasn't on any albums until the box set was released in like '99.
It was not on an album?
Yeah, it took like 13 years before it was released. They had He's Back and Teenage Frankenstein released, but this one never did, and people were just like, "Where's this damn song? It's so fantastic." Looks like Cary Grant.
I still don't buy that he would be considered that dangerous. I feel like the sheriff's still overreacting a little bit.
He might, well, because he says he knows what
I guess
Tommy's
he's
background
thinking that
is.
he's doing all the murders.
Possibly, yeah. That's his thought about it. But he also, when he meets Tommy, he's like, "I know about your past. I know your family thing, and you got locked up in an institution and everything." So
Cunningham Road, she said.
Cunningham Road, yes.
So another shout out.
Yeah. Oh, that's not good.
End of the line.
Yeah, that's not going to endear her to her. Yeah, just the lighting in this film, just using all the blue tones, just really gives it so much mood and atmosphere.
Rotary phone.
Sleeping with the phone
Why would
in your
she
bed.
sleeping? Is she thinking that somebody's gonna call her?
Oh, this is nice.
Another good little swerve. That blood looks great.
Yeah. Nice, thick, viscous fluid.
She found it outside and she just decided to bring it in.
Yeah. Put it next to your bed.
God, that's so good. Although I can't imagine that they didn't see him standing there.
Oh boy.
I don't know if that joke holds up.
No.
I mean, I guess it does. If you don't pay your cell phone bill,
Yeah.
they shut off your service.
But it's a fair way for him to explain it out.
they don't make his character very. I don't know what the word is, but he just kind of always, his go-to line is, "It was Jason."
Yeah. So that's a little bit incongruity because she says when Court and the girl got killed, she was with Tommy, but that's not exactly right.
Well,
they got killed before he even called her up to go pick him up. So timeline's
I'm not
wonky,
sure.
So I don't know.
I mean, I don't know if this whole thing is supposed to be
Unless she's
exactly
just trying to
linear.
scapegoat him in a certain way. Trying to... Alibi him, sorry, other way around there.
It also didn't necessarily have to be a linear
Yeah,
time.
I'm just saying, yeah. It just... You can read it a couple different ways. Either, hey, the police don't know exactly when it all really did happen, or she's trying to cover for him in a certain way. Because Megan is pretty unequivocally believing Tommy, regardless of any evidence.
Come on. Scary as shit, but
Yeah.
unbelievable. What a great visual.
Mm-hmm.
So many good visuals.
Yeah.
This is such a great movie.
Yeah. And it goes by a nice speed here. The pace is really good on this film.
Yeah, there's not a lot of treading water.
Yeah, there's no lulls really. It keeps on a good clip. And like the last film we were kind of talking about, there's fun sequences, but a lot of stuff just seems frivolous to be thrown in there just for the sake of having it there.
Which, I mean, I guess the Paintballers was kind of that way.
A little bit of that, yeah. It kind of slowed the pacing down early on, but most of the other stuff, because they build up enough characters in this thing that kind of splinter them off in different scenarios to have one thing happen after another to one of them. And that paintball sequence was what the guy they originally had as Jason. So if you go back and watch that sequence, you can see that his body type is a little bit different than C.J. Graham's in the rest of the film. So,
they must have shot that first.
Yeah, very early on, yeah. And then they didn't like how the guy looked or how he was performing the scene and whatnot, so they switched him out. Nice.
It's a rip-roaring fire for nobody having touched it in a while. Like, fires usually die down a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Doesn't seem like high-quality construction on any of these doors.
I kind of feel, of all of them we've watched up to this point, this one feels like the most where you can enjoy it with a group of friends over it, having a party one night. The other ones feel like you can just sit there and kind of just watch it in the quiet of your own place, whatnot, get a creepy vibe. This one feels like a communal, fun experience.
There's the window gag.
Yeah. There's creepy crawly for the...
Yeah. Ugh. Old-fashioned text messaging here.
Or when you just pass the note around class. You probably see that better in the open mat version, the VHS version. Now you can't read it.
Oh, because they had to chop off the top and bottom?
Yeah, for the widescreen.
Yes.
Notice his name badge. He's Deputy Cologne.
Is that a
Cologne. Yeah. Look at his name badge.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, is that something? Am I missing a
No,
reference?
I'm just... It's kind of a peculiar name, Cologne.
I thought maybe that was a shout-out.
No. It's like Deputy Cologne. So, just sounds kind of silly. I'm sure there's someone listening right now whose last name is Cologne. I'm sorry.
You little turd. Excuse me. Uh-oh. Rudolph.
One with the funny red nose.
Meggie. Such a simpler time in the 80s. Wonder if this is a back lot somewhere.
No, this is actually Covington, Georgia, their downtown area. I've seen people visiting the location, and it looks pretty much exactly the same.
Huh. So they filmed the whole thing in the same place?
Yeah. This is it. Well, in that last shot where the car's driving, you could see the red flashing light from the police car. They took it from the car chase earlier.
Huh.
You go back and watch that clip. You can see the red lights from the klaxons on the trees. Stole a shot.
Guess that makes sense.
Might as
well.
well.
We need a shot of this car driving by.
It's always something you don't think of.
I mean, this looks very similar to the first setting. That fire, man, I'm kind of offended at this fire. So we got the leaf blower out. It's a cool shot.
Yeah.
Excuse me. How amazing is this? He's walking amongst little kids. And there's little Nancy. Scared out of her mind. You're right, there's the mesh over the eyes.
Yeah.
It worked!
Under the bed, of course.
Old school chucks there she had.
Yeah.
That guy kind of looks like Burt Reynolds. It all comes back. Look at that. I've always thought this was a fantastic visual here.
Oh,
I mean,
Jesus.
He done fucked her up.
You know there's that much blood in the human body.
There isn't. For the record.
I'm sure there is.
There isn't. That was like 3 humans worth.
Yeah, it's always interesting again. I mean, that they always, each film they'd shoot in a different city, different state or whatnot. It never seemed weird that they never kept a consistency in that regard. As they found a location that worked with them very well and they just kept going there. I don't know.
Maybe it was that they thought, oh, any old lake will do.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, it's a camp? Okay.
Because here's Georgia. I think next film is like Louisiana. And the next one's like Vancouver. I guess whoever was offering a tax break that season.
That's right. Sure wasn't filmed in Chicago.
No.
I know Atlanta, or Georgia in particular, is very film friendly.
Very much, yeah.
Obviously, Toronto, Vancouver,
Yeah.
Canada is super...
Yeah, because you don't have to deal with the unions up there.
Right. I want to say it wasn't all that long ago that Illinois kind of changed some of their laws to become more film friendly.
Yeah, they did. Some of the Batman films were shot there.
Yeah, I mean, obviously
couple
the Dark
things
Knight.
Here and there. Dark Knight.
I mean, we've had movies filmed here over the years,
Brothers,
right? You know,
that
like
stuff,
Home Alone and all that business.
Yeah,
you know.
a couple Seagal films were shot in
John
Chicago.
Hughes was a Chicago guy, so. But what I'm saying is, I think they changed the tax laws so that now to try to attract more film business.
Yeah. That's scary, man.
That one. That's the one. And here's where Jason really becomes kind of invincible because he's, he's dead.
Oh, the head crush. That's a good old one.
They didn't even show it.
Nah, just a little splatter on the face, on the mask.
Dumb.
Again, this is another one that got hit by the MPA.
Right.
There's a lot of good cut footage from this film that is like on the DVD or whatnot, but it's not in good condition. Again, everyone in this cast is just solid as hell.
It's all
Even
believable.
though he's been a fucking hard ass the whole time, he's been a real gung ho type of guy. When it comes to this, you still feel for this character of Garrus, the sheriff.
Yeah.
Because every step away, he's got his heart and mind in the right place about what to do about things. You know, from our perspective as viewers, we know exactly what's going on, and that Tommy's been telling the truth the whole time. You know, he's a cop that does his job and does it very well, and when he gets in the situation, you're rooting for him.
And I guess this is the scene where everybody's been waiting for, where he realizes that
Tommy's been saying,
he's been telling the
talking
truth
sanity the whole time.
That ain't gonna do it.
No.
Why doesn't everybody shoot for the head or the face?
Then you ruin the prop.
Well, I guess. I guess. There's me trying to apply logic again.
That's nice.
It looked like he shot him in the face that time. That sums it up. What's that little 6-shooter gonna do?
I think this one he does hit him in the head with a pistol. Yeah, right there.
So he is literally zombie Jason. And unkillable.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she's gone to the wrong cabin now.
I still feel like she was supposed to be part of this. Oh, dear.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I thought she was a counselor. I thought she was supposed to have been there the whole time.
Yeah.
What do I know?
Maybe she's pulling double duty with the camp and his sheriff's office part-time or something. I mean,
he said not to get up.
Yeah. The kids all know her, so...
There's a dead guy in that boat.
No.
I guess I'll take this one.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a chain.
Yeah. It weighs more than the boat.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, this entire climax is just so well constructed.
Look at the lighting, too.
Yeah.
So great.
You got the tension going on. You got a little bit of action type of feel to it. You got the beats of humor in here, mixed with the grisly stuff. And none of it feels disjointed. It all flows.
Yeah, I mean, there's things that don't make sense. But
Yeah.
in the grand scheme, it's...
Yeah, it's suspension of disbelief, but the film has brought you along on such a good ride that you're hooked into it all. And again, it's a film that doesn't take itself... It takes itself only as seriously as it needs to. It never goes too much into making you have to take it in such an earnest seriousness. It knows it's a fun ride and it's treating it like that.
Look at this shot.
Yeah, again, another little crane type of thing.
And this kid.
Yeah. Looks like young DeMoss from Fast Times or something.
Yeah. What were you going to be when you grew up? That's hilarious.
That's wonderful.
She's doing an awful lot of screaming.
Oh, yeah. But now that forces him to come out because, not my daughter.
Right.
She get near her.
You just shot the man 18 times. What's kicking him going to do?
Don't know. Whatever he can do, he's going to try it. Oh, this is a fucking death right there. It's better in the uncut version, though. You can see a lot more of that, him being broken backwards.
I still feel like it's kind of anticlimactic, though.
It is. Again, if the head could have put the whole thing in there, it's a little bit more extended out. You could feel a little bit more for it.
Like, I feel like he just spent that whole time, the whole movie.
It goes by too quick, yeah.
Yeah, and then it was just, boom, he's dead.
Yeah. Could have stretched out a little bit more with him being more resistance and him trying to bend him over, whatnot, to have him scream in agony more. That would work stronger.
How did he get this rock in the boat?
And the rock and the chain.
Through the door again.
Are about 3 times as heavy as the boat. Another window.
Door, window, wall.
Yeah.
This where he calls him a pussy?
Yeah. It's a little silly. That's calls him a chicken shit. Should have called him a big dildo.
Yeah, big dildo would have been the worst insult. Oh, maggot head.
Maggot head.
Sure, maggot head.
I could go with that. Maggot head works. It still feels like a kindergarten insult on the playground.
Oh, maggot head. You big dildo.
See, you should have insulted his mother. Then he would have gotten it out of him. Yeah.
Yeah, he does call him a pussy.
Yeah.
I thought I remembered that.
Of course, he does kind of have the mind of a child anyway, so.
He's channeling his inner Kincaid.
Kincaid.
Oh.
See a movie with like Demon and Kincaid teaming up or some shit.
Yeah.
Have this shit.
Where did he go?
Where did he go?
How did he get this chain wrapped around the rock in such perfection that the chain wouldn't slip off? Like, this chain is ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, this is inspired here with the just visually speaking with the fire.
He dropped like a few splashes off the left, a few splashes off the right,
And now you got.
and you're gonna get a perfect ring
insane.
around the boat. Look at that. It's a perfect circle.
I just remember like a still from this on the back of the VHS box.
Yeah.
It's like, that was fucking awesome. I gotta watch this.
It's
shit.
a great view, image.
Visuals, yeah. It looks absolutely fantastic. I mean, all the money's right there on the screen.
Yeah, they didn't spare any expense here.
No.
It feels like the most well-produced of any of these films.
Yeah. You have the Al Cooper music in there and all that stuff, and this great cinematography.
It's hard to believe it's the same editor as the last one.
Yeah. That's underwater photography too.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's great.
I mean that wasn't cheap.
And obviously this is like some sort of dunk tank because
Yeah.
you wouldn't be able to see in lake water
Yeah,
like
there's
this.
too much sediment and everything in there. Yeah, they didn't. Yeah, they'd be in like a pool or some back lot.
And
Then they
Thom
have
is
the back
dead.
lot.
Well, go save him! Instead of crying about it.
He's killed.
She's just smoking hot.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa!
Mm-hmm.
Belly flop.
Mm. Not good for him.
Here you go.
Mm.
The water's not that deep or shallow.
Apparently not.
Like
It's not supposed to be.
In some of the images from later on and then in the next film, it seems like he's 20, 30 feet down.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he can just reach up and grab her.
Yeah.
She has the wherewithal to start this boat.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Thom is drowning. There was the white, the eyes of his eyeball.
Ugh, chunky.
So it's like cutting his head off?
Just slice him up. Slice up the mask a little bit, too. There you go. Ugh.
There might have been an eyeball in there. There's no way he lives after that. You're right, it did take a chunk out of the mask.
Yeah, because in the next film, it's like that.
Kid's got his Spider-Man pajamas.
One of them's got Mickey Mouse. I know Disney would let that happen today.
Yeah, I don't think Disney would be so happy about that.
Yeah.
Masters of the Universe.
There we go.
Maybe that's what I saw. I thought it was...
Mechaneck.
It's over. Mm-hmm. And your dad's dead, so he can't complain about us being together now. Hashtag silver lining.
And Deputy Cologne becomes Sheriff Cologne.
Sheriff Cologne, right. Another kind of homage to the first film.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
What a great, great visual.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
No.
But whatever.
But at this point, they know where they're going. Generally, they know we're not... You might have an ending to the film, but they're not intending to end the franchise. They're going to keep a tag at the end of it.
Right. My favorite song.
Yes.
Vincent and Michael Swan, were either of those two the gentlemen who were the original stunt guy?
No, his name was like Bradley something.
I was just wondering if he got any credit.
Yeah, I don't know.
This song is so great. I just love everything about the 80s.
Yeah.
This is my kind of music.
Yeah.
I mean, it's synthesizer, it's big hair.
Yeah.
I wonder if my guy Desmond Child wrote this one as well. We'll have to read the... We should get to the music credits here before too long.
That won't be too long.
Earl, spelled I-R-L? That's weird. Sometimes these people have the goofiest names.
Yeah. Shearsby.
So, yeah, what a great, great film.
Yeah. Special effects, real effects. There was they worked on the previous film. I saw them in Part 5's credits. So then they get to show off a little bit more in this one, though. The prosthetics on Jason, all that type of stuff. So they got a little bit more out of it.
Yeah, a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Nothing but fun.
Hopefully everyone here has enjoyed watching with us again.
Yes. Hopefully you did.
Send your...
Songs by Alice Cooper. Ken Roberts credit on it. No Different
Okay.
Child. Yeah, a lot of the stuff was just... Ken Hunt Roberts was his guitarist. Animal by Felony, that was the RV song.
Okay. The court having sex song, yeah.
Yeah, all filmed.
Covington, Georgia.
Yeah. Deputy Rick Cologne.
Jason's like 6th billing. That's so weird. Like, I wonder if these were in order of appearance?
I always wonder how they determine the order of it, if it's not like alphabetical or order of appearance.
Yeah, because sometimes it's
if you're
neither.
a big enough name, obviously you get certain top billing on the things.
Right, and that can be negotiated.
When you get down, like, the 10th person on there is like, how is that determined? They're the 10th or not the 11th
right.
or the 9th. So, that's interesting. Random interesting stuff.
Okay, well, I assume we're going to come back for part 7.
Absolutely.
And we'll get a little telekinesis. And
oh, so much good stuff.
So, all right.
All right.
Good stuff.
Well, thanks, guys, for taking your time to listen to us. And,
comment and like and follow us on social media and all
absolutely.
that business.
So we'll be back eventually with The New Blood and other good stuff.
Cool.
So, guys,
see you next time.
take care.